Okay, now that we've installed the Cloud Cell add-in to Excel, let's explore it a little more. So let me click on the tab in the ribbon, which will bring up the Cloud Cell menu. And let's just focus on downloading data. So just imagine that up in the cloud we have lots of streams of data. The Twitter stream was an example we showed you, but we have financial data, all kinds of data. And you can actually put your own data up in the cloud. Cloud Cell provides companies with APIs to automatically load data up into the cloud. So let's just look at what we've got over here. We have a data block. So let me select a cell where I want to drop the data block in. I'll drop this data block. This time we'll choose some financial data. I'll choose 3 of the columns here: price, symbol, and volume associated with last trade data on an artificial stock exchange. We'll choose a time interval. Let's say we'll choose, I don't know, 10 minutes worth of data at noon. And where we go. So we'll just drop those blocks in here. Now the first thing to notice is these blocks are actually all independent. I just happen to have dropped them all in the same place, but I could have dropped them individually, or I can move them around, put them anywhere, of course. Let's explore what these mean. So we can see that this is a stream. If we click on these cells here, we can see down on the status bar here an explanation of what each of them are. So if we look at this, we know this is the name of the stream. If we look at this is a number, an identifier that we use to identify unique streams. This here is one of the column names in that financial stream. And this is a start time. When do we want to start looking at that data? And here we're looking at data from the 1st of September. And this is the end time. Down here we have other blocks that have other meanings. Generally speaking, if you see a gray area, you don't have to do anything. It's essentially going to be data that's provided for you by the Cloud Scale system. The white areas, like the start time and these other blocks below, really give you an opportunity to kind of customize the stream. So let's look at some customization. So customization may be, well, I don't necessarily want to see this time, so I can double click most of these cells and they'll come up with an editor. Actually, maybe I don't want to see the data at noon. Maybe I want to see it at a couple of minutes past noon, whereas these are being done at noon. Or maybe I can just move things forward a couple of minutes. So we've gone from 2 minutes past to 12 minutes past noon. Of course, we could change the dates, etc. Of course, once I put something together like this, I can then run the application as I did when I showed you how to install the add-in. But let's just explore some of these other areas first. So this particular cell here, if we look down at the bottom here, it's the download cell location. So this tells us G13. Well, G13, I moved this block over here if you recall, is this particular cell here. And it tells us that data for this stream will start to flow down the page here when we pull it from the cloud. Of course, to be consistent, I could probably change that to directly to H13, which would then make it flow underneath. But again, there's an editor for this, so you can double click and you can change it, and you can change it to one of the other sheets. You can send data to other sheets if you like. So I could, for example, send something to sheet 2. Say, okay, it's going to go to sheet 2. So now let's just run this particular application and see what we get. So I'll start the application. Oops. What we need to do is make sure we're not in edit mode in Excel. Start the application, and now you see some of these fields have been filled in. I'll explain what they mean in a second. So essentially this top field here tells us where we're seeing 10 in here right now, means that there's 10 minutes worth of data. The last piece of data had 79 rows in it, and this is the total number of rows of data that we've actually pulled down And this is where we've located the data. Now you don't see any data over here because we told it to send that data to sheet 2. So if we look in sheet 2, we should see volume data. So over here we have the volume data that was associated with this particular download of financial data. Now, that's pretty much how you do download. I'll explore how we might format some of this in the next video. Thank you.